Everyone, I'm here. I am streaming today for Kathy. Her internet is out today, so you're stuck with me by yourself again today. So I'm going to real quick. I'm going to tweet out I'm live for my friends to follow me on Twitter and let them know I'm on. Just 1 second. All right. So yesterday, if you were tuned in, I did some dyeing. It's called, I'm sorry, compare this. I'm still waking up. I'm going to show this. Hi, Tori. Hi, Ann. Hi, Joy. All right, how is everyone today? I got all my fishy stuff out because that's what I was working on last night. I need to clean up a little bit, move things around. I've still got stuff out from yesterday. I really should have been cleaning up from yesterday, but I sat down because my legs were hurting. and I worked on my fish book some more last night instead of putting everything away. So I was like, well, I could put things away, or I could just sit on my keister and work on my book because I'm tired. That's what I did. So the stencils out, all that good stuff. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Christy. Hi, Joy. I said hi to Joy already. Hi, Nancy. Yep. So we after streaming yesterday, brought everything in, and then basically ate dinner, walked 2 miles, and then I came upstairs and I sat in my chair and worked on my fish book till like 3 in the morning. But it was nice because I was just sitting and not moving. I was just like had everything around me and just was working with what was around me. Oh, man. My fingers are still blue. They're still blue in my nails. So after doing the entire piece of fabric, I do recommend you wear gloves because if you do the entire piece of fabric like I did, by the end I was really blue, and I have very dry skin, so it seeped into all the cracks and my nails. So I definitely recommend if you use this to wear some gloves. This is after like scrub brushing them and doing it again last night and taking a shower today, and I'm still blue. So yep. But it's not as bad as yesterday. I was a lot more blue yesterday. Hi, Kathy. Yep. I hope everybody's having a good week. Yeah, oh, hi, Teresa. Hi, Peggy. I streamed yesterday, and I'm streaming today for her, Kathy. Like I said, her internet is out. Her husband upgraded their internet, and now they have no internet. So something went wrong, and they're trying to get someone out to take care of this or figure stuff out. And so she's using her iPad, and luckily she has some data and she can use that. So she might be coming in on her iPad. A beautiful warm spring rain day. Today is very cloudy here, so it's a good thing I did this yesterday. It's supposed to be warmer today than yesterday, but it's cloudy today, so I could have not done this yesterday. Some of the fabric I did in the beginning, I definitely should have used smaller pieces instead of the bigger pieces, and I didn't leave the stuff on it long enough. When I did on the table, when I laid it on the concrete, it did better because the concrete was warmer. So I recommend it be really warm when you do this, or have it to where you can lay on your driveway or sidewalk or patio or someplace so the heat from the concrete can make a better print. My beginning ones that I did on the table, there's hardly anything, and you can see I'll use the fabric, but I learned what to do, what not to do yesterday. Right, Peggy? That is so true. No internet is worse than no TP. Damn right. Oh my gosh, like you're talking, everything runs on it. I mean, her husband works from home right now. My husband's working from home, plus I'm always on the web and YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. TV works by the internet. So yeah, no internet is like the second worst thing to no internet is no electric, because then you can't run your computer either. So, oh my gosh, that's so true. Beautiful, cool day in Florida, and I have no AC. Nice. That's always nice. Hi, Joan. Blue skies in Dublin. Dublin today. So I want to show you guys some of the results from yesterday. Some of them are better than others. So as you can see, some are more subtle than others, I should say, but they do show up. So again, it might not have been warm enough, not enough sun. I probably just didn't leave it laying there long enough is my guess. This is where I'd be pulling out other fabrics or whatever to drip on it, and then it would cause it to go. I think that's what that is. But we don't mind drippage, right? So that's where I laid the paintbrushes. Honestly, I'm not even sure what this is, this circle, but it looks like a moon, so I like it. Yeah, you can see the leaf, stencil girl leaf stencils. Those look pretty cool. Then I'll show you this one. This one had a combination of stuff. He's gonna run outside. Someone's outside walking. You can see the flower. But the neat thing about this, journal away and let. Oh, hi Sophia. Thanks for popping in. Yeah. Kathy's internet is out. I think she's still recuperating from last week. She's still achy and stuff. She's still recuperating. She was going to stream today, but I was unable to with no internet, so I'm filling in. Yeah, this. Hi, Johnny. Who left Ireland? So we talk every day in something Roscommon. They share the same problem. Oh, okay. So Peggy's husband's from Ireland, and they are maybe both of you, and you left Ireland. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, so I haven't worked in my folder thing yet that I did show last week with the tabs, Johnny. And but I did do some jelly plating, and I did use the onion skin. So I think it took really nice. I only used a few sheets of it, but I don't know if sorry, I'm not sure if you stayed the entire, if you were able to stay the entire stream or not, but I did use some onion skin I used to make some of the pools when we were trying out paints and infusions and magicals and things like that. And um, I love that there's like all these creases and lines in it because it just gives it dimension. So I like how that one turned out. This one's where we did the gold and stuff and threw down some. This might have been rock candy. I'm not sure. This one was a bit more gold, but I do like that when you use the onion skin, you get the creases. I think that's actually just is cool. Of course, I guess you could with the deli paper to that extent. So these are some of the things that did jelly print, or jelly printed and on the onion skin. So what I'll do is I will cut these out and save the onion skin to use, the rest of it to use somewhere else. But that was for experiment with the onion skin jelly plating. And I did get busy getting ready for next sale on the 6th. Oh, cool. Yeah, the golds are fun. Sorry I missed your book the other day. I'm going to show you this. Hold on. I did a page in here. Oh no, where is it? Hold on, it's in here somewhere. So I posted this the other day on Johnny's Facebook. A few pages I did a while back in this, and when we were trying out some stuff, I don't remember what we were doing, but I smeared some. Oh my! I need to learn my camera. I smeared some paint on the pages. I think it was on a baby wipe, and I just like smeared it on right. And then we were going through like, I don't know, was it using old stamps or whatever? And oh, thanks. And it's turning out cute. It is very fragile, so I had to use. I put some masking tape. I used some masking tape on it, which is not too bad because I put this on after the fact. Instead, I'm going to start putting this on before. But it helps keep the pages intact because this is from 1936. So these I used the woodies, and I was more gentle with them with the pages, so they stayed intact. This one, I was like rubbing, and so it kind of started to separate. So I used some masking tape on the front. Oh, and then I've just put a piece of masking tape on the back, and that's not too bad because once I work on I'll work on them. The tape's not going to shut that much anyway. And then now to keep the pages intact, and the masking tape blends in quite nicely with the vintage paper. So I'll probably start doing is I'll put masking tape and clear gesso and then work on the pages, and just to give them that added support, you know what I mean? But what's her name? Southern Girls Designs. She's always like tearing off masking tape and putting it down in her things. So here what I did is, so I smeared the paint. I stamped this girl on here. She did not turn out well. So it didn't stamp very well onto the paper. But so I was like, well, I'm just going to cover it up and do like a reverse transfer with one of the images from Stamping 10 that they give you for free that I downloaded a while back. Wherever the typewriter was, that was somewhere in here. This one. They gave you free downloads, and I have a new reverse collages with them. So I reverse collage that, but look at it. Looks like, how cool did this turn out? So I did a reverse collage, and you know, when you do the reverse collage, especially like on this old paper, and I didn't have gesso when I put her and her down, I didn't gesso the pages. So when I was pulling it off, some of it came off, you know, from rubbing, but it looks very aged, and I'm really happy with the results because it doesn't look perfect. And sorry, I got blue nails from yesterday. But if you look, it looks like she's standing there painting her. And this was so cool. This was completely, I'm trying to get my camera to focus, completely unplanned. And so it looks like my stamp, the girl's there with her easel, and this girl is standing there and she's painting her. I love when happy accidents work like this. I intended this to cover up the girl, but see, when it was like this, it did cover her up. But when I flipped it, right, wasn't thinking that they put the girl on the other side and did not cover up the stamp that didn't stamp well, and boom. Now, because it looks like she's painting her. I love when things like that happen. Hi, Nasha. Isn't that cool? It looks like she's painting her. She's standing there and she's painting her. That's true. It could make vintage tape. Next time we get a grocery store, grab some freezer tape. It's not as wide and it's a bit darker tan. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'll be going to the grocery store anyway for fruits and stuff to put on my cloth. Okay. Freezer tape. Get my pen to work. I got a bunch of junk on my paper. It's lying here. Freezer tape. I'll write it down somewhere else. I got a bunch of stuff on my desk. I remember my paper. Hold on. I'm going to put this on my wall so I don't forget. Come on, pen. Leave me alone, Band. I can't play right now, hon. I can't play right now. Freezer tape at the grocery store. All right. Got it. I'm going to put that up on the wall in front of me so I don't forget. That's a great suggestion. I wouldn't have thought to use freezer tape. It's darker tan than the masking tape, and it'll go well with the vintage pages. That's a great tip. Finally found a box of 500 deli papers. Yay, Tori. Okay, now I caught up on chat. Need more veggies. Used them all yesterday. I know, right? So this is going to be cute. So that's kind of our goal with the little ledger. Hold on. Smoky Bandit! Hold on. Oh, there's two dogs walking down the street. And they're big box. They're boxers. No wonder they're barking. They got the little dog syndrome. The black and tan boxer she's walking. If they only knew. You don't want to screw with a boxer. Oh, they can be aggressive. Not all of them are, but they can be. Let's see. Should be with wax paper and foil. Bandit. I see fruit, Colleen sees art supplies. Exactly. Hold on one moment. Bandit. Stop. Or who is that? Hey, Bandit. Smokey. I'm sorry, Bandit. I'm yelling at you. Smokey, stop barking. I'm sorry, Bandit. That wasn't you. That was Smokey. That was not you. That was Smokey. I'm disciplining Bandit. That was Smokey. I wanted to show you guys the interesting part about the cyan dyeing, see how this worked out with the sun, is that if you look at it, because of the sun, the shadows that's made, you know, that leaves a shadow, it actually leaves it, because of the type of foam stamp, it leaves it very dimensional. Good morning, CB. And I wanted to show you guys there's something I was not expecting. So the foam stamp, you know, is a little bit, you know, thick. And then this one has that plastic, the plastic backing on it. And maybe that helped like refract, made the sun go through a little bit weird. But it actually has, it looks 3D. See how the dimension? How cool is that? Isn't it cool? Hi, Devin. Yeah, so and it might be because this is one of the ones that has the plastic back on the foam stamp, but look how dimensional this looks. I'm telling you, that was something I was not expecting, how dimensional the flower looks. So when I cut this out and put this on a page, you know what I mean? That's a bonus, because if you look, this one has a little bit of dimension, but not as much. This is just a foam. But see, this one's a foam stamp without the plastic backing. Well, no, it did have a plastic. But see the dimension? This one has a little bit of dimension, not as defined, I should say. But you can kind of see the dimension there. So I think that's kind of the unexpected part. Look, about this way the sun comes at it. It picks up, I guess, it leaves the shadows and the sun's on. It just makes it dimensional. You know what I'm saying? Cass could put it into better words than me. But you know what I mean. So yeah, so these turned out like even this one. As you can see, look how it left this because actually the foam stamp was very thick, and this is a cactus, and the sun's, you know, however, coming through, and look and see how it's like showed the whole thickness of the stamp. Okay, so I was pleasantly surprised. I was not expecting everything to come out dimensional. So, I mean, look at that. You can see down into the heart. I love the dimensional part of it. I did not, like I said, I did not expect that. Now, this one, probably what happened was I had it down and I bumped it, or the wind blew, and I put this back down. You know what I mean? I didn't have it lined up exactly. And so that's how I ended up with that. This one was one of the ones that I didn't leave it down long enough. If you don't leave it down, it looks brighter on camera than what it actually is. It's actually darker in person. But if you don't leave it on there long enough, you're only going to get, now unless that's the look you want, and more of a subtle. This is definitely more subtle. I mean, it's going to show up and look really pretty on your art, but it's definitely more subtle because I didn't leave it on there long enough. The shadow blocks the UV light, so the image isn't as strong. Oh, okay. Thank you, CB. I knew someone else could word that better than I could. Hi, Dot. So here's the other one. So this one, again, this is what happens when you don't leave it on long enough. It definitely stays too dark. I have 3 pieces downstairs I did on the table that were really dark. Like really dark. So here's like the example of, you know, if you leave it on longer, you get this. If you don't leave it on long enough, you get this. So this happens if you don't leave it laying on there long enough. So you can see some, these were not on long enough, but you can see all the definition of the leaf. So I was really happy with, let's see, this is where I drip water on it and it leaves a, again, you get the dimensional effect with that was a foam stamp. This is a Stencil Girl leaf, which those, I love these. I love this. The girl that makes these has some really cool stencils. There's the flower, the leaves. Here's this one. This one's splotchy. I have really good luck with this stencil. This one was laying, oh shoot, I laid down like I think I just laid the branch of leaves down, and I took, see these, like this was the one that's kind of like the mossy Stencil Girl one that I did not take note of. It needs to be thicker because see how the center didn't go well. So I did learn what to do, what not to do. My little bird looks good. You see all the dimension there. Now look at the back. The interesting thing, this one, like the back of it looks good, right? The back looks better than the front. So on this one, yeah, Devin, it will look good in my denim journal. And that's what Josie kept saying, use the words, use the words. Yesterday, she kept saying, use the foam, use the words on the denim so you can, on this, and put it in your denim journal and use the words. So exactly. So that was what Josie was wanting me to do yesterday, is put words on there so I could put it in the denim journal. You two are right on thinking the same thing, right on track, right? So this one, we tried the experiment of, hey, I think, I half wonder if Smokey's hearing is not very good. Like, because we have to like yell at him a lot more and he doesn't respond. And I almost don't think he's like disobedient. I just feel like his hearing's not as good as Bandit's. Anyway, so this one, we dipped the foam stamp in vinegar. Someone else is walking another dog. Okay, so it made it have this like tie-dye effect by putting the stamps in the vinegar and stamping them, which was something that Cass was saying. So I did that, and you can see it does give it is this drips and kind of makes it all weird, right, by putting the vinegar on them. But the back is the biggest like thing that the vinegar did to the fabric. So, okay, here's the back of this one. This one stayed dark. The background is light. Let's see this. Okay, this one's dark. But this one, though, she took pretty good. Parts of them, you see the bird took really good. And the back looks like this, right? And you kind of see the images through it. But then you can see drifts. This one, the vinegar made it the back of it like this. So that was a cool experiment because look how the vinegar on the back of this fabric turned it all splotchy and stuff. So on this one, since these didn't take very well on the front, I can either cut out and use the birds or the people, or I can flip it over and just cut and use the back, because the back is actually really cool. And that's what the vinegar did to the back. Oh, you have a deaf and blind dog? He's an old baby, isn't he? I know that my one dog lived to be 13. He was had cataracts really bad and stuff. Well, at least you still have him, Terry, right? And he's loved and he's happy. He's loved, and that's a good thing. Hi, Brooke. Thanks, Brooke. Yeah, Kathy has no internet. So I'm streaming in place of Kathy. Well, I'd be streaming with Kathy on her channel, and she would be leading the stream, but she has no internet. But so this is interesting. So this is what the vinegar did to the fabric on the back. This one had a straw. I don't know what was here, but it didn't take whatever it was. But this is the fish scales. The strawberries are cool. You can see some left more of a white spot than the other. You can see what I mean, this is really cool. This is actually a good representation of like the inside of a strawberry. And then the back of this one is solid white. And look, because these have acidic, strawberries are acidic. So look at that. So it left similar kind of, so this is what the acidity does to the back of it. Oh, look, you can see I had the that's interesting. Okay, so I had the lace stencil from iStencils on there. I can see it better from the back than the front. Huh. Right? It's terrible not to have the internet. Yeah, exactly. It's a crime. Peggy said having no internet is worse than having no toilet paper. Yeah, he says his routine. Yeah, he has to not move things around as he runs into it. He's got the house memorized. That makes sense, Terry. You can scan the backside for future and use the front of the fabric. That's not a bad idea because I kind of feel like on this one you're probably talking about is the fact that the front pieces look really cool, but then the back's really neat too. And I'm gonna have to pick and choose. And this one you can see again what the acidity did, and then here's the flower. Here's the heart, and now on the back, here's the heart. The lace did not show up at all on the front, but it showed up on the back that I had laying there. So I find that to be interesting that this is, how this works. I've never worked with this. Maybe everyone who's done this before, this is normal. This is what you get. I'm just amazed by all the results because I've never done this before. So again, this was all of the screws, nuts, and bolts and stuff from Tom. Tom gave me. You can see the washers. Like these take really good. The washers are awesome. Like look how pretty these are. So who knew a washer, whatever, could be so pretty? So there's that one. And this is when they're piled. And again, what's really neat is you get a whole lot of dimension again. Like I love, and it's really evident with the screws that you get the dimension. It looks like, I mean, I love the effect that it's popping out of the fabric. So this one I really like. So you can see here's the back, here's the front. This one we laid the tools on it. I probably didn't leave them laying on there long enough. I was wearing out by the end. I only streamed 5 hours, right? You can see the wrenches. Does it look like you can just pick it up? You can see all the dimension. This where I laid the chain. I think there's a lock over here. Somewhere is a lock. Oh, there's the lock. There's this one I think this one I just didn't leave the stuff laying on the cloth long enough because it took really well here. So I think I didn't leave it on the cloth long enough. And so the back of this one is solid white. This one, again, some turned out better than others. This one turned out blurry. The circle probably wasn't on there long enough. This was probably the lettuce disaster. That was just the big blob. I like the paisley. There's a little cat. I love the hen. I love the hen. And I love actually don't mind the flower. And I think this must have got some of the acid stuff from the strawberries on it, because it got like this yellow color on here. Hi, Hottie Popo. Yeah, I love the hen. You like the hardware? I agree. I think the hardware was the best print. You could use a bleach pen for details on this. Oh, that's such a good idea. That's a really good idea, because the ones downstairs that I didn't bring up, they're really, really dark, where I didn't leave the outline of the sun to get exposed. I could take a bleach pen to those and put like a bleach pen through a stencil. I don't think I'd want to do that to my stamps. It would probably dry out the stamps, but I could at least use a bleach pen on the stencils. Oh, that's all. Oh my gosh, let me write that down. Hold on. All right, I gotta make another note because I won't remember it later. Okay, bleach pen, the fabric. Bleach pen, the blue fabric. Okay. I got the window cracked open and standing on his hind legs, barking out the window because it's cracked open. So, let's see. This is the nuts and bolts again. And this one is in between. It's not, again, I might not have left it on there like as long as the rest, but you can see how cool. So this is going to go in the steampunk book I'm doing with Rosemary. That's going to go in there. Hi, Kilburn. Christine, right? Christine is Kilburn. Sometimes I forget. Christine is Kilburn. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. This is the anchor. I like the anchor. I could put that in my book. Yeah, the butterflies. This kind of got weird. I maybe got moved with the wind because the wind was picking up. There's the paw print. I like the paw print one. So this one's kind of half, you know what I mean? Some are better than others. So I learned, look at my cow. He looks kind of funky. So I think they need to be on the concrete. It really needs to be a super warm day, and you need to like let these sit on there for a really long time, like longer than I did, because the ones I left sitting on there longer had better results, and what they say, under process versus over process. So this one took interesting is that this foam stamp does not have all these lines in it. I'm not sure how this occurred, but that it doesn't actually have those designs in there, and I'm not sure how that ended up like that. This is the ones where we threw down. This one I wetted the strawberries on purpose, and then I wetted the strawberries and pushed them down on there. And look how cool this looks with the detail. Let me get my camera down. Okay, you can see the creases. You see all the lines. Come on, camera focus. There. So when I put it down and they were wet, and then the water ran from the strawberries, but it gave it this really just all these cool like coral type designs. So I love how that, and then see how like splatted out. So I actually really like this one. And you can see how dimensional the strawberries look too. And look, that even stained it. The strawberry stained it. But yeah, so you can see. And then this one was the one we did yesterday with the tomatoes. Look how white the tomatoes end up going. So if you left it on there, if it was really like more, oh, my stomach, I want that on there. If it was more sunny and I left everything on there longer. This is probably the result, more the result you want. Funky cow journal. I just saw that. Oh my God. Hi, Suzanne. Funky cow journal. Use a stencil, but the stencil needs to be covered in paint to block the UV ray. If it's clean, it lets light shine through. Oh my God. It's not as sharp of an image. Aren't you? CB is so smart. So I need to use painty stencils so the light doesn't go through them. Yeah, because some of my stencils are kind of like, you know what I mean? Even though they were what's the word I'm looking for? Even though they were a mask, they were still kind of see-through. Interesting. Should draw the outlines of fish with the bleach pen like Cass suggested. Oh, I didn't see the fish part. I just saw the bleach pen part. I could draw an outline of fish. That's really good. You read up on it? Colleen, get the 2 chemicals and do it yourself. Oh, the fabric? Well, you PM me the chemicals I need to do this, and Eileen, because I have no idea. So let me know. Okay, this was, I'm not even sure. Oh, peppers. Okay, this was the peppers. Remember we cut up the peppers and then I was slicing them wrong. So this was the peppers. Again, I must like all things acidity. Strawberries, yeah. So there you go. And then this part, look at this. I like this pepper, this sliced pepper. So you can see the depth of this one. And the paper. Yeah, message me the paper and the chemicals I need to do this. Okay, CB ordered the chemicals and she's going to try it on paper. And that's awesome because I think that's what Rosemary did with her, with her June kit, which I loved. Loved it, loved it. So, yeah. Hi, Jilly. So this one was the lace I laid down. So if I'd left that longer, I think this, would have taken better. But the lace turned out pretty good considering I didn't leave it on there long enough. This was the leaf stencil. And I think this was part of that leaf stencil. That was the dark part. So you can kind of see through the back. So, and here's the last one. The elephant took really well, although it got it's a little dark here, but the elephant, look at the elephant, the way the sun was hitting it and left it on there a long time. Look at that. It looks like the elephant's running. It kind of gives it movement. With the shadows, it's giving the elephant movement, like he's moving forward. I like that it's giving the elephant movement. It's like dimension and movement. So I love that. And there's that. And then here is the strawberries that then I cut more fresh strawberries. You can see the depth, the dimension of the strawberries. You can see, hey, you can see what the acid changes. The acid changes the fabric colors. Yeah, don't you love the elephant, Joan? Because of the shadowing, it looks like he's running really fast. Oh, thanks. I think they all look pretty cool. Some of my course are better than others because it's the first time doing it, but I will use all this fabric on something. My denim book or whatever, and I will make more of this. I will be doing more of these because this was fun, and I loved doing this. It was fun experimenting, and I will be doing more of these. And I will be putting these in my steampunk book. And I got my chicken, I got my cow. Yeah, funky chicken, funky cow. There you go. So I think I have a lot of interesting things. I learned a lot yesterday. As you do, as you work and use things, you learn as you go along, right? So my prints got better and better from when I started. So here is the fabric I bought. Whoever's watching right now that didn't see the stream yesterday, this is what I bought. I bought at Amazon. Make a bikini with the fabric. There you go. Make a bikini. Okay, so Eileen, um, you can print on clear film and use this. Use it for it too. Clear film and use it for it too. So print an image on clear acetate and then use it on the fabric. Am I understanding that right, Kathy? This is where I wish I had the other Kathy with me. You can sew in and around the shapes. Yeah, I figured I would do some sewing on it for sure. Okay, do you remember, Eileen, when you had me dip the watercolor paper in inside the blue water to see what would happen? This thing is stiff as a board. Okay, it looks cool, right? Like if you crunched it, I mean, but you could do this. You could crunch a piece of watercolor paper and you could like wet it and spray it and get the same effect. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it did anything different than what you would do if you scrunched it, wet it, sprayed it. But look, watercolor paper should not be this. This could like if you bent it right, it might even stand up on its own. Hold on, see if I can get stand up. What's falling? But it's literally so stiff. You could probably sculpt it there. Ta-da! There you go. Now watercolor. This is what the dye did to the watercolor paper. Like it, look, I just bent it and standing up on its own. That's how stiff it is. This is like stiff as a board. So I had to really like scrunch this baby up. Like I was like, ah, ah. I mean, this is tough. So yeah, so that was interesting experiment that the dye made this really, really stiff. So I don't know if it has some starch in it or something. I don't know. So let's see. I worked in my girl book a little bit. I'm trying to make them all different with the same faces. Some of them are kind of funky. I gave her a funky do. So I worked on some of these. And I did I was working on these last week. And so I was working on these some more. Excuse me. That one I really like. That one I just had to make her one side shorter, one side longer. And this is how like Pam Carricker's stencils look, the faces. And this one I gave her this weird like 1950s hairdo, right? Maybe like the guys wore, but then I wanted to do that because I wanted to like dangle stuff out of her hair. This one I like a lot. I like these colors. I like how I did the hair on this one. I love the hair on this one. I will say that's what I like about this one. I love the hair. And then I did this girl, and I just added some of the drywall tape for added texture and stuff. Then I got another batch of the Tim Holtz acetate butterflies. I added those. And then added the quotes and I was trying to be consistent. And then this one, Okay, going into lurk mode because you gotta get dinner sorted. Okay, Joan. I appreciate you lurking. So this one turned out good. This one was fun. Again, I just kind of being consistent. I want to look. There's my little jewelry tags. Look, Eileen. You said, what are you gonna like? Do. I'm gonna add these to all. I'm gonna add these to my pages. See, I took the little cord and I looped it in the. I tied it. Let me see if I can zoom. There. See how I took the little tag and I tied it in the drywall tape. I tied it to the drywall tape and I inked it. So I'm going to add these little tiny jewelry tags. They're so cute. See, again, I like wrapped it around the drywall tape and then did that. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I add the little jewelry tags to it because I can. I like this one, a soul made of meadow flowers. I like the quote. I love everything about this one. The color, the quote. I love the movement of the hair. This one I like the blues and the tans, and this one with the gray on her face and I just like the colors. And her hair's not really too bad. I think it looked good with the butterfly. This one I like the movement of the hair on this one because I made little curls. So I love this one too. I love if the hair looks good. If you notice the hair looks good, then I like them better. I know it's a hairdresser in me. So I did like a little closed eyeball. She's winking at you. Yeah, I did that. I'm gonna add like stay in there the drywall tape. I'm gonna add drywall tape and jewelry things. So I'm being consistent with the butterflies on each, a quote on each. I still got to add a jewelry tag and a piece of drywall tape, to attach it to. So I got to do that here. So just being consistent with what I was doing with the Distress Oxides, butterfly, quote, the drywall tape, and then I'm going to add jewelry tags. So that way they're all like similar but different. You know what I mean? And then the hard part is taking the same face and trying to give it different hair and make it look different. It's challenging. Then you saw me do this one. I did the half a face. And see, I have the tape. See, it's not quite sticking down yet. You see how it's popping up? It just doesn't stick really well. So it's easy for me to pull it back up and add the little jewelry tag to it. But you guys saw me finish this one. The only thing I did is I went in and I outlined like some of the little doodle things. I just that I stenciled on there. I went through. And same with this. I just outlined with the Stabilio some of the shapes. And this one you saw me do, and I just took the brown paper that we jelly printed on. Bye, Christina. Have a good day. See you later. It's a teeny tag. It is cute, right? All right. She wants me to move on. I'm moving on. So then this girl, she turned out ugly. She's ugly, but that's the way the stencil looks. And this is, I don't know, this is her stencil. This is how she's got this weird nose and stuff. This is how the stencil looks. So I kind of made her like ethereal, like is what I was going for. I don't know if I achieved it or not, but I'm going to put a tag right there. So I got to add some tags. And then I did my double face, and then I just outlined the shapes, and I add a little jewelry tag, and then I put appreciate friends. So then what I'll do at the back, oh, and now, yeah, there's Grumpy Girl. She's got an attitude. So, so I stay consistent with the butterflies, the words, the drywall tape, the jewelry tags, and so I have the back sides to do still. So I have to do the back sides. So, and I've been working on my fish book, and I was finishing this last night. So I want to work on today is I want to make my jewelry things. I'm going to dangle. I think I'm going to have Tom drill the hole like over here through the cover, and then I'm going to hang the dangles over here so it doesn't really interfere with the book. This book, if you could hold it in your hand, it is, I should weigh it on the scale. This is heavy. I mean, to me, it feels like it weighs at least a pound. This book is heavy. I put so much stuff into it. Oh, like a Sphinx. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. She does look like the Sphinx. I wonder if Pam Carriger went to Egypt and was inspired by the Sphinx and did that stencil. Because it was so weird. I could see we're on a delay. Someone took the last things at the art store. Maybe they got a hold of some at the auction that you wanted. Your fish book is heavy also. Isn't that interesting? Like this guy is really thick and it's heavy. Oh my gosh. It's funny. So heavy. So I cook a mermaid tail. I cut it out of some scrapbook paper. It was kind of fishy oriented, like sea oriented, I should say. I took, this was in the kit. I put this down over the cover just to write down, you know, because later on, you know, years later, you might not remember all the details about this being the Rusty Peacock monthly caboodle kit and the funky fish kit. And then I talked about that. And then so I went in and I added washi tape. I added this little guy. And I think that's all I did to this one. So I just went in adding details to my book. I added leftover pieces of Stamperia rice paper and washi tape just to kind of give it a little more finished look. So that's what I was doing, adding washi tape on here, adding washi tape here, and this one again, I added the washi tape. I added a couple layers of washi, like two. I'm adding a couple. I added this little piece. This little was in the kit. Added some washi down there. Added the washi over on the book page. So that way, I decided that the pages I left alone because they were good the way they were, you know. I just added the washi tape to kind of tie the two pages together was the idea. This one I did not. Because this one he ends up it has a little bit of the stuff on it from this page. So it's good. It's totally good. Make sure she don't get in there too tight. Okay, so then this one again, I had these little circles. I added some washi tape. And then I added the washi tape across here and here just to kind of make the two pages kind of blend together. I added the little netting. Everywhere is this cute little netting that was in the kit. I love the little netting, and I added it here. This was in the kit. I glued that down, and I love the netting. I added that everywhere. These girls again, like I just twisted it and put a glue dot in the middle to hold it down, and just put like all the little netting for the mermaids. Just twisted it and glue dotted down. Then I added leftover rice paper. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Leftover rice paper. Just did some little doodle things. And again, this one is just washi tape, some doodles, and some leftover rice paper. This one, I just added a quote to it, like "Let shit go." I thought that was appropriate for the giant Dina Reevely fish they were reeling in. And then this one, again, I just added some washi outlining, washi on the edges, washi over here, washi everywhere. Again, this was the finished page that I did the other day on stream. It took me forever. I had to finish it off stream. So doing the water is always tricky. And then I added the stuff at the bottom afterwards, and I added the ribbon to make it look like seaweed. And I made this to look this mountain to kind of purpley instead of the green blob. Again, just added the savory rice paper, added washi tape to this one, washi tape here, just outline that one, stuck a quote, avoid stress, stay home and craft. I added, again, Stamperia paper here. This page I didn't do anything to. This is where I'm going to put Rosemary's Mermaid when I get it. And then this one you all saw. I didn't do anything to that. This one I added the napkins on top of the rice paper. And it's kind of neat because you can, by using this paste, and that it makes it, you can still see the napkin or the rice paper through the napkin. So you can layer your napkins in rice paper when you use this paste. Really cool stuff. And then over here, I just added a quote saying, the book that you found was, oh yeah, I could do that. I was planning on posting some pictures after I make the keychain on Instagram. I was going to post some pictures, and I'm going to do a video flip too. I like this one. He's going shit, 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 and he's trying to cut the fish out of the net. I like this. I like this quote because he's cutting the fish out of the net. Shit, shit, shit. Oh, that was good. That would make me laugh. I colored in a water spot that I missed. I just outlined my rainbow and added my favorite colors, rainbow quote, and then just outlined the little puffy clouds. This one I added a napkin to. Other thing I'm still going to do is I'm going to decorate some tags, and I'm going to stick those in there. So I'm going to decorate some tags today. And then I didn't do anything to that. I just added, oops, it's popping off and you glue it down. That's the only bad thing about washi tape. And especially if you got like a paint down on your page like I do, and I paint and varnish and everything on this, is that it's hard to get the washi to stick. So washi is awesome, but washi also doesn't stick well. So I just add a quote. It's not what you give, it's how you give. And over here, I reach for the stars. And then this one, I added again, I wadded it up, added the glue dot. And over here, success does not come from what you do occasionally, it comes from what you do consistently. And then I added the word girl power. And then this one again, you all should, I did splashed, white around it to blend it. Was here to kind of make it look, like it's floating in space. And then just added different quotes from the book. And I like this one. Only a dead fish goes with the flow. So this one, love more, fear less. I like that. It kind of stands out. I added washi tape here. And this one, I just added this image, doodled around it. This one, I added washi tape. Oh, now I added the little fin to make it look more like a mermaid. And then added the netting. I love the netting because the netting is sticking out like past my book. Again, washi tape, rice paper. This one I finished. You all saw the mermaid? And so I finished this page. And what I did was I added... All right, see you later, Devin. I added the fish in the background, swimming with her. And then I added this. So just kind of look like she's, going through the waves. So I added this. So I doodled all of this. And this one is the rice paper, washi tape. This one, I just added all the glow drips and sprayed it with the white. And then I added washi tape, rice paper, and some napkins. And just did drips and water sprays for the cool jellyfish. This one, again, I just added washi tape to the edges, make it look more finished. And then you didn't do anything to that. And then this one, I added the quote. the tape, and then I wrote down more details about what I used. Because later on, I may not remember, you know, everything I used, but this weighs like, it feels like a pound. It's I've got this sucker fully loaded, so everything laying here. I'm gonna make, not gonna do today on stream, but I'm gonna make some tags. I have some seashells that was in the kit. I'm gonna tom drill holes through. I'm gonna make my dangles for my book and my tags, and then I'm done. Finally done. This thing weighs 2 pounds. It really, it seriously weighs a lot. I don't know how much, obviously, but it does weigh a lot. So I got some cool new stencils yesterday from Stencil Girl. They come with directions to how to take them apart. So it's a little tedious. I only did one last night. I didn't do all of it because I was tired. So let me put all these up. This is all my extra. And I'd probably use some of my tracing paper and painting papers. And that's what I'm going to use, I think, for my tags. It's just all my stuff I gathered. And so now I'm going to have just a big, like, fishy folder for all when I get done, for all my stuff. I'm just going to have a fishy, I already started my fishy folder with the stuff that I'm not using now. And I'm just going to have a big fishy folder for all the extra stuff that I have left over. And, you know, all these little bits and bobs, I'm going to make a fish folder. So I have all that together. And then these are some of the stencils I was using. And I'll put these back where I had them, but all this out of the way. Okay, let's see how cool this looks with when you have like the little fibers sticking out of the book. I love having, like, there you can see it. I love having all the little, like, here's a fin. There's like a little fin sticking out. There's a little fiber sticking out. I like all the little, and then this sticking out. I like all the little added things that are sticking out, you know, just fun. So let me get my stuff here. All right, so I got my 6x6 paper, so we could start making our Celestial book. I ordered extra disc. I don't need them right now, but I know that I'll probably be making more books. I ordered extra disc from Joggles. I have the 8-inch. I think this is the 6-inch or the 6-inch books. And I have the stencil she used. She used this one. She used this one. I pulled out the other stuff I want to use. Do you remember we were playing with the Dina Wakley, or Dina Wakley sprays and stuff? And this is what we were doing with the sprays, and then we put the wax, the gold foils. We put the guy down, and then, you know, this down, I laid him on. Anyway, he looks kind of celestial, so I don't know. He may be going in my book. Got my stamps from Carabella. I got those together. I have all my little moon pieces cut. I have my Celestial paper from Finn. I got my Cosmos paper from Stamperia. I have some rice paper. And then I have the book. It's going to be super cool. Right, Teresa? It seems like it, doesn't it? Oh, it is. It's stressful when you go to the grocery store, right? So I'm going to take these old images from this book I got from Keisha, and I'm going to cut some of these out and add these on there. I definitely think I'm going to have over here, I'm going to like have him, because we're going to make the moon pages like Neil Armstrong walking on the moon. So I'm going to put some of these images on the book in there. So, ooh, that book is stinky. It's old and moldy and stinky. After I cut out what I'm going to use, I will be ditching the book. It's thinking. Okay, so what we're doing is, this is a project done by Karen Tamor, and she did this project on the hop the other weekend. And so she made these really cool moon book, and she used these stencils, and I'm going to try to duplicate what I can, what she did. And then the rest of it will be, I'm going to make the pages and stain them with the blue. I'm going to just, I have lots of I have lots of doodads, so I'll probably be adding on to the book, figuring out what I do, but I think I'm just going to make a Celestial book. And then, like I said, I'm also going to have the astronauts in it. I also have some stencils that have like Taurus and all that, like the stars. I might be adding some of that to it. So hold on, I got me my stress oxide. Okay, so how Tamora has the books is, I do need one sec because I guess my other one I have put up. Okay. Yeah, you really enjoyed the hop too. So did I. I really enjoyed the hop. It was really good. And a lot of talented people on the hop, you know. So you're going to take your book and you're going to, you have to kind of load these little boogers on. And it's not like you can, you know, it just, the first time I got the little one for free from Joggles, I was like, what do I do with this? So everyone's like, oh, you put a book. I'm like, oh, doy. So you just got to kind of load these up one at a time. And it's not like terrible, but you can't do, you really almost have to do one sheet at a time. It's just easier, quite honestly. And then to do them a bunch at once. So right now at Joggles, when you place an order, for every $25 you spend, you get a free Ranger bag. They have three and you don't get to pick. You get what you get. So with my last order, I got the Deanne Reevely pencil book or pencil bag. Because this is more like, could be also, you could use this for your brushes. This is long enough. You could use it for your Tombos. Tombow markers are really long. You know, so you can use them for your brushes, your Tombow markers, anything that's long. You know, because like, you know, I'm saying that because a pen one would be shorter, and that's why I'm saying that. And I got they sent me Dina Wakely's, Diana Reevely, and the other one is Wendy something. I never can pronounce her name. So that's the other bag. These are same size. So you get these free. These are cloth. Remember the ones that were plasticky that they had the first year? These are cloth. They're really pretty. And they're cloth. I got these for free. With every $25 you purchase, you get a free bag. And you don't get to pick. They send you whatever they got. So they said it was such a big hit that they ran out, and the Ranger was going to send them some more. So I think is what I read on email, because it was such a big success. I ordered it, didn't even know I was getting the bags for free. So that was just lucky. I was just like I was ordering this book, the stuff to make this book. Hold on. Almost done. I need to have this assembled because I'm going to put the moon circles in the middle so I can show it to you. Everything in art isn't fast. Sometimes it's slow. Okay. This is watercolor paper, in case you're not familiar with it. Yeah. 2 more cases is 1 square. Oh, you end up with 3 of them, Eileen? Yep, I didn't get so, but I just placed another order with Joggle, so I'm wondering now if I'm gonna get like the same bag. I hope they send me the Wendy bag, because that's the only one I don't have is the Wendy bag. I'm hoping they send me the Wendy bag. Otherwise, I'm gonna have duplicates of those. Okay, so she has her book, and she opens it about halfway. Karen had hers opened up about halfway through the middle. Okay, and then I need this. No, I need this one. Sorry, I need this size. I'm trying to remember. I'll have Eileen help me out when I don't remember. Okay, I'm gonna open this up. And if you go to her video on YouTube, she has underneath links. She has the links underneath to Joggles, so you know exactly what you need to get for this. She has the links underneath her channel page, our video. These go here, right? So there's the moon. Okay, and then basically I'm going to have a half of one, half of one. Then we're going to have this one, and we're going to have this one. So we're going to, sorry, this one, and then this one. So we're going to have like, see how you get the 3? This is her design. It's really clever. So this and this is going to extend, and that's why she put the 6x6, which is really cool, right? And then we're going to take the coin. Then she takes the coins that Joggles has, and then you will adhere these on the edges for planets. How smart is that? And these will be little planets. Cool, right? Well, yeah, and then this is on the little ones. So this is what we're going to work on. So how she did hers. So is she used magicals. Eileen's favorite. My fingers are already blue. But I'm going to wear gloves because they're going to be more blue than they are now. So I will have to wear gloves, unfortunately. And we're going to work on these. But I wanted to symbol it for you just so you can see. Also, if you go to her Facebook group, Karen's Facebook group, I think she has a video posted there. And maybe photos, if I'm remembering that correctly. Or it's a video and not photos. I kind of forgot. Okay. Alright, so she used multiple color blues, magicals. She used Bachelor Button Blue, I believe was one of them. I don't remember the other blues. She used different blues. I could use this Sassy Sapphire. I have some turquoise because I love turquoise. What's this one? I could use the teal. Kind of see what looks good once we get it all down. She used different blues. Get some of my little scoops out. Okay, we'll have to figure out what blues. These are all my different blues. And she used ink. Not ink. Did she use ink? I think she used ink. And she uses molding paste. Hold on. We got some molding paste and we need some ink. I'm pretty sure she just inked through the stencil. Okay. Okay, Eileen, I also got I got some new magicals. Not at I did not get this at Toggles. I got this. Sorry, I keep saying because I'm tired. I'm so sleepy. Okay, 5 hours streaming yesterday, and I went to bed at 3 in the morning. So this is Lindy's, and this has Alexandria Artist. It says Karen's Coral, Jade, Jana's Jade, Andrea's Azalea, Lara's Wild Mauve, and Martina's Marigold. Isn't that cute? I love the names. So I didn't have this. I bought this. That was on Amazon. That was not at Doggles. And let's see. I think I got everything I need. Got my baby wipes. And I need my gloves. Just gonna lay another piece of paper down, and this one's got a lot on already, but it's kind of looking cool, so I kind of like it. So I think this would be a nice paper to. This one might be cool to cut up and use as a background or something like. I'm gonna put another piece of paper down. It's magicals, as we know, get really, really, really messy. Really messy. So I'm gonna start off by putting the molding paste down because that's gonna take a little bit to dry. I think she inked. Did she ink it first and then did maybe she inked it, then she did the molding paste? I'm trying to remember. Eileen can help me out. She used a lot of stuff. Yeah, I do. Who was doing this? Karen Tamor. Kerentamir. Who makes magicals? Lindy's is who makes magicals. You can get Lindy's at lindys.com, or is it lindysstampgang.com? I can't remember if it's lindys.com or lindysstampgang.com. Also, you can find these on Amazon, sells them, and Lindy's website sells them. Oh, there it is. Whoa, use your brain, Colleen. There you go. Oh, it's Lindy's Gang. They must have changed the name. It used to be Lindy's Stamp Gang. Okay, now it must be lindysgang.com. And you can see they're on Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram, and whatever the T is. And I don't think it's I don't think that's Twitter. Twitter is a bird. That must be Twit, or I don't know. I don't know what T is. But there you go. These are permanent when dry versus other brands are not, which is the cool thing because they are permanent when dry. So I don't need that for this step. Probably get black on my fingers. At least they won't be blue. So she likes to do Karen Tamor likes to do very bright colors. and loves color, and so that's her thing. I like her. She's very funny and outgoing, and yeah. I was following her before she was doing the. Actually, been following her for a little while. What before she was doing the the hop. I have a couple of her foam stamps. Karen Tamor has foam stamps joggles. I have two of them. There's more than two. She has more than two. I have two of them. I know she has more than that. So I'm gonna finish this out here. Let's see. My dog who lived to be 13, his name was Lucky. Let me think of that. That's on here. So the first thing was she took archival. Make sure you use archival or use, stays on something permanent, because we're going to go over top of this with magicals and stuff. So if it's not permanent, it will be a mess. So use a permanent ink. You could use paint for this step. You don't have to use, this is just what she did. Use whatever you want. But it's your project. I'm going to try to duplicate as close as I can to what she did. Like I said, I don't remember exactly what blue she used, except I remember the one. I don't remember the rest. But the rest of the book will be in the same blue celestial color tone, but I'll be kind of adding my own twist to the rest of the book. But I had bought the book already, the one with the moon landing, and I knew like I was going to do something cool with that with the paper anyway. And then what I loved about this is the fact that this gave me, what book I was going to use my Celestial Staperia paper and a vintage book and what I was going to use it on. This kind of got me excited because I was like, oh, great. I'll just do this little 6x6 book with this moon, and I'll use all that stuff. I was planning on doing a celestial moon type book anyway. And this gave me the inspiration to use the Joggles watercolor disc book and then have the middle be the moon, which is perfect since we're going to have images of Neil Armstrong, the first man who landed on the moon. So how cool is that? So there you go. So back and front is done. Now, pixie spray. Hello, thank you. Used that the other day and then forgot again. All right, where is my pixie spray? Here it is. Thank you, Eileen. If you could, I just put the video on like another screen and just kind of look through her video and see if there's any steps I'm forgetting. Because unless you got it memorized, if there's any steps I'm forgetting, let me know. Because I should have watched it instead of working on my fish book. I should have watched the video again and took notes. But I was just I'm so like determined to finish my fish book, my funky fish book, before I start my steampunk book. Wear my sponge out. I don't know. This is definitely not what it's intended for. Yeah, it should be using is my Tim Holtz one, which would make a lot more sense. It'd be more durable. Hold on. I'm killing my fingers here. Okay. Use your Tim Holtz dauber inky thing, which is way more faster and efficient. And I kind of forgot about it. And even though I just used this the other day, again, streamed all day long yesterday and stayed up late. And that was my fault. I stayed up late. No one made me stay up late. All right. All right, so that's done. Was I supposed to ink anything else, Eileen, or just this? That's what I'm trying to remember. This is going here. Here, here, and here. Okay, so do I have to ink the rest? Do I put a little bit of this? I know this one had a lot. Do I put any more on the rest or not? That's what I don't remember. Does the moon get these too? I'm going to give some to the moon. I'm assuming so, or will that be redundant? If this is here, might be redundant. I might not need it because I don't know if I need this on the moon. I'll wait for Eileen to peek and tell me if I need to put any of this onto the middle. Ooh, I could put lost. That's kind of cool. Or do I put found? Because we found the moon. God. Okay, while she's looking for me real quick, I'll show you. I got the paper that Cass enabled us to buy. The Stamperia Time is an Illusion, and she wants to work out of this and do some of the try some of the backgrounds and things that's in this paper. So I got this. I also want to show you guys is I got I'm gonna get black on it though. It was a black and white watercolor journal I got from Rusty Peacock. I got this from Rosemary Morris, and it's her black and white journal. And she does this with watercolor, and since her thing is Rusty Peacock, her name, so she has that, and it has, I love the little pieces of fabric. And then she basically stamped the pages, as you can see. And so it's a black and white journal, and Popo has this, and I wanted to get this too so I could do black and white collage in this. So this is going to be a black and white collage book. So this would be fun. And she sells these. I don't know if she has any more or not, but she made these on her Etsy, and she said she had in a Facebook group. So I don't know if there's any more left. If not, you can probably get on a list, a waiting list for the book, and she'll probably make more. So she's put together some scrapbook papers and some these. I think she did the jelly plate, and has cardstock, watercolor paper. It's just really cute. So. Okay, not on the small one, just the big one. All right, thank you for looking, Eileen. Hi, Mary D. It has been a very long time. I'm glad you came on. This is normally Kathy's day to stream, and she has no internet, so I'm streaming for her, but I stream with her. I'm so glad you're here. How are you? I love when some of our old art friends that were part of our original group on Ustream come in and visit us and hang out with us, and hopefully stick around a little bit. We miss our old group. Okay, Eileen, am I going to stencil the middle then? I think I do the molding paste stencil on the middle one, right? You're doing well. I'm glad you're doing well. That's what we want to hear. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're here. I'm gonna put it on here anyway. I know there's a delay with the Ustream. I feel like it's very lagged today. You guys are responding like way after I do it. It was like that yesterday with Kathy too. I'm used to her being on StreamYard with me, and then we're at the same pay, or not delayed from one another. But it's really nice. She got on yesterday, was on the phone helping me with reading chat yesterday since I couldn't read chat because I had the sun on me. And I was getting up and down. Oh my gosh. You guys, my thighs are killing me today from getting up and down all day. It's like doing squats all day. It used to be like do that all the time when I did Zumba, and now I'm out of shape from doing all that. Crap. On this one? Well, I'll do it on this one. I'll do it on this circle. I thought that was again, I should have watched the video before I got on here today. But I actually was not planning on, in my defense, I was planning on Kathy leading the stream today. So she can't help it. There's no internet. It's out of her control. But I had planned on working on this on Friday, and so she told me this morning that she had no internet. So this is my I guess that's why I didn't watch it last night, because I really wasn't planning on streaming. Like, I was streaming, but it was going to be her leading the stream. So then I was like, okay, I guess I'll work on the moon page today, or my moon book, Celestial book, that I planned on doing Friday. I don't know what I'm going to do Friday yet. Figure that out Friday. Golly, that's 3 days this week, people. 3 days of streaming. Holy moly. She did on all of them? Ah, okay. I did not remember that. Jeez. Okay, all of them. Thank you, Eileen. Yes, I keep track of what I need to do so you can kind of clue me in before I start going forward. Okay, all of them. Okay. You know, I don't normally put ink through a stencil, so the interesting thing was the fact that she used ink through a stencil, and I usually use paint through a stencil. I rarely use ink through a stencil. And I actually kind of like how this looks, so I think I would like to start using ink through a stencil more often. As I just generally use a stencil and paint. I don't use a stencil and ink. So I think I would like to do that more often. Well, sorry, we'll let that dry while I ink up the rest. It is light molding paste, so it should dry fairly quick versus the heavy modeling paste or thicker. All right, I got these two little pieces, and then I'll do like, what I'll do is I'll do the edges around here and in the back of that one. Oops, sorry, she did all of them. Eileen, we're gonna smack her. We're just gonna smack her. Sheesh. Now I started before you got back, so I did start before you got back. I'm impatient. There's this whole like leg thing. It drives you crazy. Drives you crazy. Literally, you're just like, the leg. Some days it's better than others, and some days it's worse than others. So I guess it depends on how many people are streaming. I did see when I started the stream, there was something up on StreamYard saying that there was problems and delays on YouTube due to the high usage, and that even with StreamYard, there's going to basically they were warning us that there was going to be more lag for us from YouTube because YouTube's having more issues. So because before it wasn't too bad, but you would think that we're kind of, you know what I mean? I guess once they start opening things up, it'd be less busy. But I have enjoyed the extra streaming. I have enjoyed the Saturday all-day streams from all the gals that do the hop. I have enjoyed that. So I'll miss that because I don't think they'll continue. I don't think they'll continue that every weekend. I don't foresee that. I don't know. I'm just guessing that they'll continue this, you know, or they'll do it. It might just be less often. Whatever. I feel better. He's blowing me off. I did order. I already had the coins. I did get the larger. I did order the larger coins from Joggles. I already had all three sizes from Joggles, the coins. I just reordered the bigger ones because those are the ones I've used the most. Yeah, I did get the coins from them too. And this one actually was a coin I cut in half. The 3-inch one, I cut in half and then used my disc punch on. So this was the one that she took a 3-inch ATC coin from Joggles and she cut it in half and then put it in her book. I have the disc punch, but you can use the disc punch from the planner ones or whatever. So there's other companies that have those. But I have my ginormous one. That's what I used. Okay, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back. So wet. See if I can dry this a little bit more, and then I'll do the sides and the back of this. Now, do I put the paste on all of the pages as well, Eileen? You already done with dinner? You're speedy. Oh, thank you, Carla. Yeah, thumbs up is much appreciated. Yeah, if you could.
I drilled your shelf.
Oh, good. See if I need to do I do the paste on all of them or just the circles?
There's one.
The big ones. Ooh. Oh, that's perfect. Look. My inky fingers. Use my inky fingers. Look, he took the shell, one of the shells from the kit, Rosemary's kit, and he put a hole through it. Now I got a ring, and now I can make it part of my dangles. Oh, cool. Now I have a shell dangle. Look. Cool, right? I didn't give him the loop. I should give him the loop through the other one. So there's the other shell, and he made a hole so I can add this to my dangles.
Thank you, Carol.
I'm going to make dangles with the seashells, the daubers, and the little fish ones. And so I'll add the thank you. That's sweet. Now I got these done. Yay! So I can make my fish dangles. That's my goal. Fish dangles. Fish dangles, yep. Do that and some tags.
That other shell might need a slightly larger ring.
A little larger ring.
That size you gave me before may work, but
okay. I have different size rings, so okay. You said good work. okay. Okay, so you're supposed to do the ink on these before you do the paste. We're just kind of, like I said, I'm doing this on Tuesday instead of on Friday. So, but I want to help her out. She sat there all day on the phone yesterday reading chat for me when she didn't have to. So I really appreciate it. I owe her for doing that yesterday for sure. I hope she gets her internet back. Lordy, it is terrible not to have the internet. We're going to be covering a lot of this up with the magicals and with paste and stuff. So, but I think that it just, a little bit of this will end up showing through when we're done. And that's just the point. It's just another layer of stuff on that could be showing through. Texture and layers is where it's at. So, okay, got everything inked. Okay, have a good nap, Teresa, you and Blue. Thanks for coming. She just put the link up to the thing, but I can't watch it while I'm doing YouTube, so I'm gonna rely on her to help me out with that. So let's do some magicals on this side. I'm gonna put my gloves on. This is dry. Are we doing those two colors? Do I do the paste on all of them, Eileen, just to give it that texture? I'm going to assume so till Eileen tells me no. She didn't know she's going to have to work today, did she? Poor Eileen. She's another one that doesn't get, we should appreciate our Eileen here. She goes, she mods at a lot of streams. And she is a good friend to everybody and mods a lot of streams and helps out and enables us and inspires us, all that good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and I thought about blobbing it, but if I'm going to do all these colors, I think I should just throw my magicals on all at once. I guess this is just to give some cool texture to our moon, so it's just not, magicals laying all over a piece of paper. That way we have some bumpy, cool textures and along with the inky layers and all that stuff. This is a neat stencil. This stencil is, I got this from scrapbook.com. The only place I could find it is scrapbook.com. I got my other Tim Holtz stencil I got on eBay because I couldn't find it. I think it's just, she didn't link that one either on her page. I think it's just old and it's hard to find. Maybe they don't make it anymore and used, or buying it from eBay or whatever is the only way you're going to be able to get it. I'm putting the paste on pretty light so that way it dries quickly. If you wanted to, you can put the paste on as heavy or thick as you want. Use the heavy versus the light paste, but I'm doing, for time's sake, I'm doing a light layer of paste so it dries quicker. So if I put it on really thick, it's going to take a super duper long time to dry. And I don't want to spend the stream drying for hours. So it's 12:30. We can come back and work on this Friday. It's probably what we'll end up doing because I'm definitely not going to be able to probably finish this today. 30 minutes. Lena will be on. I don't know what she's got planned for us, but Lena will be on at 1 o'clock. That's in 30 minutes. So wherever you live, you know, it's 30 minutes from now. The ladies off this side, we do these two. Now I gotta go back and just paste together, put paste on the other sides. This is gonna be really cool when we finish. Again, like with I guess with art, there's all the slow parts about it, right? You're collaging, you're picking out, you're looking through, and you're picking out images, and that's kind of slow. And even with my fish book, I'm looking for pieces of, you know, leftover pieces of paper, and I'm looking, oh, excuse me, phew, goodness, washi tape and all that good stuff. All those little details, outlining it and all that, it all takes a lot of time. So like it is, and there's a lot of things in the mixed media world is slow process, but it's also it's very messy and slow. So it kind of goes with the territory. Nothing super fast when you're using the paste, and unless you're doing a fast forward video or you have some of the preliminary work done ahead of time, it's kind of slow. I do want to wipe off my stencil real quick before I forget. You really like the look of this inspiration. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the magicals will bring it to life. The magicals just really like give it that celestial moon effect. So of the whole thing, but without without the layers and textures of the, you know, with the ink and the stencil, it would be really flat. Like I said, this just makes it more interesting. I'll go put this in the sink real quick with some water. I'll be right back. Okay. If you use, a tip is, I mean, most of you probably know this, but if you're using modeling paste, you really, and even like this light paste, which is definitely more light and more opaque. You want to rinse your stencil off or have a bowl of water nearby if you don't have a sink nearby. Have a thing of water. Just take a minute to throw your stencil in some water so you can use it again. You don't, have paste stuck on it. So just FYI on that one. I did the back of those. Oh, I got to do the back. I threw it in the water. Hold on, I'll grab another stencil. I got grab another stencil. Let's do that. Because I want to say that one's got it was starting to get crusty. Really, really, really crusty. This is a bigger stencil. I need a smaller bubble stencil. Hold on. This is too big. Hold on. I'm gonna grab the Tim Holtz bubble stencil thing. I think I have a bubble. There's this one, but there's another one. Hold on. Ugh, where is it? Swear to God, I got a bubble one. Nope. I guess I'm getting confused with another one. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just use this one. This is not too bad. I'm gonna take it off the ring. I'm gonna use this one. So on the back of these, so we'll just have a different texture on the back. Because the other, I should have wiped it off in between. I didn't. It was getting really crusty. And then the baby wipe wasn't getting it off. So I don't want to mess up my new stencil. All right, so let's do this. And it's a moon, right? So let's put some circles. This is I've had this one a while. Well, I realized when I was looking for Tim's stencils, he's got a lot of stencils, and I realized that I have not really been buying many of his stencils lately, any of his new stencils. So okay, that one's done. And in the process of this, I'm like, he has a lot of cool stencils. So yeah, I did buy a few new others of his stencils from Joggles. I've kind of gotten behind on his stencils, and I can't buy them all at once, but I probably will start building up my Tim Holtz collection. The nice thing I think about his stencils, I love all stencils, don't get me wrong. I love ice stencils, I love all stencils, I'm a stencilaholic, but I think these are kind of nice because you can put them on a little ring and they're small, and have them handy dandy next to your desk, all right, where you're working, and you can grab them and use them anytime, you know what I mean? So I think the size of his stencils are nice, for sure. Oh, let's see that. So, all right. Hold on, getting in a hurry. Get too much paste because if it's too heavy, it's going to take forever to dry. Forever. Okay. That was done. That one's done. We do the back of this one, but it already looks cool, right? With the inky thing. So I will take away from Karen's tutorial is I will start using the archival inks. The archival inks like through the stencils more often because I really like it. Okay, that's done. I think I just got the little one left to do. Woo! Okay, we do the back of this one. So I do like I said, the size of his. You can keep them on a little ring. It's kind of handy dandy. But yeah, he does a ton. I haven't been buying them. I guess I've been buying other stencils, and I'm just like, holy moly. He's got a lot of stencils that I don't have. Okay, 10. Taking this one to the water. You take them to the water pretty quick. They come clean. They come clean. It's not an issue at all. It's just that you don't want to leave it getting crusty on there. All right, let me dry the backs of these real quick. Okay, now I can read chat while I dry. Timmy stuff rocks. Oh, I know. Like I think he, being a guy, I mean, he's like thinks about, the storage aspect. I think he thinks about all that, the practicality of things. You know what I mean? And I do like the fact that you can put them on a ring and just kind of like sift through them real quick and slap them down. You know what I mean? So I do like that aspect of it. Now, but if you're doing a really big piece, he focuses on more like cards and smaller pieces. If you do a really big piece, obviously that's when your 8x10 and 5x7s or 6x6s, all the bigger stencils come in handy when you're working on a bigger project. But for like this, I mean, the 10 stencils are really a good size for this one. And I'll add, I don't care about ink being on it. That's not a big deal, but you don't want paste being on it, so I'll add that to my ring. I did buy one more of his that hasn't came yet. Then Joggles got it in after I bought it somewhere else. I was like, ugh. I got his new one that has let me think of the name. Like the little tiles, like I'm at a loss of words. Let me think a moment. Glass, like a stained glass, like a stained glass effect. It has all these little squares. It looks like a stained glass. It's pretty cool. So, and I bought that one, and then Joggles got it back in right after I placed my second order, and I was like, damn it. So I bought it from eBay. It's taking forever to get here. I don't have it yet, but I did buy that one, and it's back in now at Joggles. So if that had just came in just like literally 12 hours earlier, would have bought it and get put on my order. It joggles with the rest of my order. All right, this is pretty good. Like I said, put it on thin if you want it to dry quick. You don't want to dry for 15 hours, put it on thin. All right, so I'm going to set this aside. Starts doing that. I'm going to put my gloves on. Now we're going to get messy. Got my spray bottle. I have not been watching his weekly videos. I'm so far behind on videos. Bye, Terry. Have a good day, hon. See you later. Enabling success. Woohoo! We did enabling success, Eileen. Your job is done. All right, so we're going to sprinkle. I think this is the Caribbean blue. Probably should have paid attention which leg goes to which. We'll find out. This one is, let's see, this one's, I think, the down. We'll find out. Because I should have probably did one lid at a time. All right, let's see how these look. Hold on, I'm going to add some more because it's hard to tell how much I need. I'm going to just keep it where I can drip on the other ones since I'm going to be inking them all. I'm going to lay them all out because then I can just drip on the others. Because it's just basically we're going to blob magicals all over everything. So this is not a neat project. This is a messy project, but it's fun. You can use, like she mixed her blues, and I think like she said, you don't have to do all the same colors, and and I agree with her. So I think you can definitely use whatever colors you want, and I think mixing the blues will kind of make it a little more interesting, right? This is the bachelor button. I'm gonna add some to these too. This is where you get to be a mad scientist and decide what color blues you want. And let's do the Tiffany blue a little bit on these over here. Some of these are flat, some of these are not. So if you use a flat magical or just, the sparkly magical, obviously you're going to get different effect. This one looks sparkly. Tell by just looking in here. That's all right. Like I said, I don't think she used sparkly ones, but you don't have to do whatever. Do what you want. All right. This is where we're going to keep getting messy. And you see the turquoise here. That's turquoise. We got the blue. This is watercolor paper, so it's nice. It holds up to quite a bit of liquid. I wouldn't recommend doing this on something that can't handle the water. For sure. I'm going to go back to um, the Caribbean blue. I think that one seemed darker, so I'm going to go back and throw this on. The other ones, I felt like this one's a bit darker. The others seem really light. Or I didn't put enough on. That's also a possibility. There's just not enough color, just saying. So I went back and added some more Caribbean blue. Yeah, the Caribbean blue, that's really bold. I can see that now. And the cool thing is I'm laying it down because we're going to be inking the backs too. So they're just like, they're all lathering up together in a big magical bath. How cool is this going to be? Because so you can see, now we're getting how messy we're getting. So you can see now that we're getting into how it's going to look really cool and Celeste like. How do I find who and when people stream? As far as our group goes, Mary D, if you go to um, uh, homeschool mom, the homeschool mom or whatever, someone rang the doorbell. They're going berserko. What is Jeannie's blog? What is Jeannie's blog? Can someone put that in for Mary D so she can see the times and days that everybody streams? Isn't magical? It's just absolutely magical. Seriously. Look how beautiful these are. Now what I'm going to do real quick, and after I dry these, I'm going to lay another, actually I could do it right. I'm going to lay another piece of paper down, my puddles, and just then that piece of paper could be soaking all this up. Oh, the mailman ringing the doorbell?
No, it was the neighbor or somebody. They hung it on the mailbox, but it fell off.
Oh, the neighbor brought it to us. That was nice.
See, it kind of has the rubber band, so sometimes they hang it off the
Ooh, okay.
Then you got something from Karen Gentry. Get that
Feel free to open up if you want.
one. What is it? I don't know.
Amazon orders through people too, so I don't always know. Sometimes it's not from Amazon, it's from other places.
It is Ideology Index Book.
Okay, I got that at Amazon, but they get their stuff from individuals, so I never know who they're getting it from. Those would be cool in the industrial book. You went. One of my things came from the industrial book. I got these clips. All right, so I'm gonna get these dry. Now, now they're not laying in puddle. They'll probably dry a little bit faster, right? This one's at the door again. I don't know if he heard that or not. I'll be right back. Oh, he got it. Okay. Amazon just showed up right after the mail dude. Perfect. All my packages at once. Aren't these colors pretty? Now, if we wanted to, we could, after this dries, I'll do the back sides, right? Look at the back. So what we could do is, so I decide if I want to keep them this bright or if I want to like tone it. I'm gonna do this to dry it a little quicker. Tone it down with not tone it down or add some depth to it with like maybe some. I might add some sort of blackish color to give it a little bit of depth. I think that's what I'm thinking about right now. So I have some dark and light. That'll help speed things up a little bit. So when you come back Friday to my channel, we will work on this some more, okay? So I'll be working probably to finish my fish book up today, and I will leave this alone. I might add maybe a little more, finish the magical part of it, this part of it today, and then we'll assemble it and kind of start working on some of the other pages Friday and work on the Celestial book some more Friday. Let me think. Okay. She used a black pen to go around the paste designs. Oh my gosh, I don't remember that at all. Did she use a Posca pen, Eileen? Because as I say, I need some depth to it. You know what I mean? I liked all the different blues, but I think I also need like some other depths. And maybe the black pen will be the extra depth that I need. Because I feel like it still like needs it. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'll have to go around the paste with some pens. That might give it the finish of, maybe that's what I'm missing. It kind of makes sense if she did that because when I'm looking at this, I'm like, I need some darker colors within this. As you can see, like it's wet. You can see it's a little floppy, right? Because it's so wet. Look at the back, I like the blob on the back. But it will be fine once it's dry. I really, really wet these things, wet this paper. But it held up. It's not like, you know, some watercolor paper, when you get it really wet, it starts like fraying and almost like shredding. It's not doing it. It's flimsy because it's super soaking wet, but it once it's not like falling apart. You know what I mean? Some of the cheaper watercolor papers do. So I would say Joggle's watercolor paper they use for their disc books is quite nice. Because I just gave it a really big workout with a whole ton of water. And it really isn't like, gross like watercolor paper can get if it's not good. You think it was a thinner pen, was not a Posca, so maybe it's like a food pen. I'll have to go back and watch the video. Maybe it was a food pen she used. All right, Mary, um, Mary D. Someone put a link in for Lena, will ya, in case she wants to pop in later and see Lena's stream? Because Lena, she might not know about Lena. And did anyone know the link for Jeannie, homeschool mom that had the blog? Mary D, are you still on Twitter? If you're still on Twitter, I can look up her blog and I can tag you on it so you can find a list of streamers there. If you're still on Twitter, I think you are, and I can just give you the blog spot there with the list of people streaming, and then someone could find Lena and put that in. She's next. She's like Miss Linux 5 or something like that. Oh, she used orange and gold too. Oh, that makes so much sense because I like this, but I don't want to have it just this one, just blue. She used orange and gold magicals and a pen work. Oh, good. See, as I said, I was filling in. I wasn't prepared. So I can watch the video and take notes, and then I'll be more prepared for Friday. But I did get to show you guys my prints from yesterday, and that was fun. And thanks everybody for coming yesterday and today and checking it out. I think that I was really happy with it. All right, so it had to dry forever, but it's starting to stiffen up. Okay, so then she used oranges and golds. Bye, Mary D. Okay, I can do that. Oranges and golds and black pen. That'd be next. After I do the blue, I'll add more blue on the back and then oranges, golds, and black pen. This is going to be cool. And then we'll start adding all the fun Stamperia stuff. Okay. Yeah, the video is above. Everyone can watch. This could be a lifetime project, right? Because of all the layers of the paste and the magicals and the stencils, and then we're gonna do more colors. This is like I said, it's gonna look really cool when it's done because you can see how gnarly it already looks, like with all the textures. And I think but I think with all the textures, it does give it that moon feel. So I think that's what makes it cool. It's just this is very time consuming, yeah, for sure. But it's gonna be really cool. We don't want to have a flat moon, right? I kind of like this. I like the circles actually. See, I used some turquoise and blues. So I'm gonna get off of here and head over to Lena's. Should be on in a few minutes. Everybody take a potty break, get something to drink, something to eat, and head over to Lena's. And I will see you over there. I'll still be at my desk and I get something to eat myself and then hang out with you guys there. All right. See you later, Nana. Bye, everybody. Take care. I will see you there. And I'll see you Friday. We'll finish working on this. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, yeah, I got to do these too. Okay, get this in camera. This will be the last thing to show up on my camera. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye, Joan. Yeah, please hit the thumbs up on your way out. It's much appreciated. And I will see you at Lena's. I'm hoping she's going to do another face. It was really, I love last week's project. All right. Bye, everybody.